it's also possible that, again, like, maybe they thought it was later, so they got ready later and they missed it.
Yeah, I wonder when the next one is.
This is it, mate. This is it.
Wait, there's only 2 qualifiers?
There's only 2.
No 3 qualifiers? Who does that? 2 qualifiers? What madmen?
We're crazy.
I believe there's 3 qualifiers last time.
Yes, there were. There were.
Okay, so they're making it more fun for the North Americaners. That's great.
Is that what they're doing? It's more fun?
Oh yeah, so much more fun that we get less spots. I love when they give us less spots. But here we are back in another series. We saw one of these players today, but the other one not so much. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. It is the blue Protoss player, and he is currently in Germany playing for Cascade Gaming. He is GunGFuBanDa.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the European Zerg player, the French player, representing himself, and I guess Coca's team. It is Denver. So
At least we won't see a Cham versus Vanya today.
Yep, that will not be happening. They have been separated. Cham won't be having a rematch versus Max Pax either. They are going to be avoiding each other. So yeah, regardless, there's some strong Protoss representation. If you're a fan of Terran, F's in the chat. There's only one Terran remaining, and that's Future. And he's got a lot of top tier Europeans in front of him.
A lot.
Oh yeah.
I would like to reach a point in time where the Europeans get mad that the Americans are going onto their server to qualify.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
Why don't all the Koreans go over to the EU server to qualify?
They're region locked out from these qualifiers.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I wish that was applied to all the qualifiers. I wish like Korea was just for Korea, EU was just for EU, and NA was just for NA.
Yeah.
Instead, they only did it for Korea, not for EU and NA.
Which I don't get it. It's like you never play the NA server, but you're allowed to compete in the NA server qualifiers.
Yeah. The only thing it does is it does give some of these American players like a bit of a ping advantage against the Europeans because they're playing on the NA server, but that's
but that's not fair.
Yeah,
we all know ping advantage isn't enough.
Yeah. It's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. But here we are, you know, in the NA qualifier with these 2 Europeans, and as you said, we've seen a lot from GunGFuBanDa. You know, he's done well for himself. He's a solid Protoss player, but he is overshadowed a little bit by people like Max Pax, Hearthstone, Mana.
Yeah. I feel like the way they should have it is only allow up to 5 Europeans in the bracket, and it's first come, first serve. Like, as soon as they drop it, you got like 2 seconds to sign up. If you're not one of the first, you're out.
Yeah, there are different ways to look at it. I know that, again, when it comes to a global event like this, server qualifiers are kind of a gray area. Yeah.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, really, the big wigs and the big casters, they just care about the main event.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to see the heavy hitters go at it. They don't care about the underground world of StarCraft and GunGFuBanDa possibly against like Cham or something, who knows, which actually I don't think it happened in this bracket, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it's one of these things where there's a lot of discussion going on at the moment on whether they should, like, there's the opposite discussion happening right now where I know Artrosis and the others are talking about like opening up the floodgates and allowing Korean players to play like in these like region locked events instead. And
like, make the qualifiers more fun, but
yeah, not
good for the actual area.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like they're thinking a lot about the European players, because for the most part, like, Europe is in a pretty good place when it comes to StarCraft, unlike years ago. So like,
as in you're starting to pay big bucks to watch this stuff.
Yeah, as in like skill wise, like they're doing a lot better, and they're able to compete with Korean players. But if they open that up, like it hurts NA because NA is now the weaker region. that needs like a little bit more room to grow. So it's a hard call to make.
I mean, I think it should be case study, like case by case. Like they should do, like Korea and EU can compete in all the qualifiers between each other, but none of them should be allowed in NA, or like the Oceanic region for that matter. If they like the qualifiers for that as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit more messy if you have like rules specific to certain regions, but at the same time, you could argue that it would be necessary to help foster like help the scenes that need it most, right?
Why would anybody in America practice as hard as like Cham or Mina or Neeb does if you know you're gonna get crushed by a European every big tournament in the qualifier?
Yeah, that's why like there are a lot of like the lack of NA signups for the NA qualifiers is actually pretty insane for TSL.
Yeah, it's actually very, very small compared to all the other events we cast.
Well, yeah,
like normally it's loaded, but yeah, fun discussion to have every time.
And speaking of which, we have a big old in coming from Denver, by the way. He's just flooding leagues across the map, add roaches, add ravages, GunGFuBanDa. Look at how much static defense he has ready for this.
Static, that is actually really good. He's got,
oh my god,
coming from both bases, kind of like piggybacked off the bases. He has shield batteries and cannons down, and shield battery overcharges barely in range of it. Wow, completely shuts us down. Way too much static here.
Jesus Christ. GunGFuBanDa saw this a mile away. He has plenty of side defense. Even, as you said, like, the side defense at the natural is helping as well because of the way the map layout works. And Denver, he's trying to bust in as best he can. But, as this game goes on, it's better and better for GunGFuBanDa. He has even more shield batteries on the way.
I think Denver would have been fine if he hit from the right side of that third base instead of trying to go right up the middle.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make, right? Like, going up the right up the middle, it's like, I want to try and end the game, not just kill the third base. And you know what? He's busting through. He's going to get on top of some of these cannons, biling the others.
But he's biling down structures and not units. So as he's using these corrosive biles on structures, actually, the units aren't being pushed away. They're not being zoned. They're not taking any damage. They're just shelling away as he's wasting his time on buildings.
Exactly, and now all the lings are being cleaned up. There's only 2 Ravagers left. All the roaches are gone, and GunGFuBanDa has been able to defend this beautifully. Denver being forced to drone up.
Defending this wall, also probing up at the same time, and he's up in workers. 58 workers to 45 of Denver. And I thought we were going to see a GG there, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, Denver, he's decided, you know what, I'm going to ease up and then try and macro out of this, but he's down 20 workers as a result. Like, he needs to deal some damage here. He needs to make something happen to be able to transition.
Yeah, definitely. Something I kind of want to see, but I'm also scared to see, is looking at the way the lower bracket set up, Petit Drogo could end up playing Cham for the final.
Oh yeah, it's possible. Regardless,
very plausible.
Yeah, I think regardless, Chamby's probably gonna face a Protoss. We'll
very
see.
tough Protoss.
Yeah,
maybe GunGFuBanDa.
It's possible. Of course, this is the beginning of the series. Denver, he's obviously going to try and make it all the way to that qualifying match as best he can. That's why he's still in this. This is the lower bracket. This is his final life, essentially, here in this qualifier. And, he may be able to potentially get a cancel here on the 4th.
If he does make it, do you think that he beats Cham in the second matchup?
In the rematch?
The rematch.
It's all gonna depend on Denver's like mindset. Like, is he still gonna be upset? Is he gonna hold a grudge?
Yeah. I mean, and as we see here, he's a pretty aggressive player, but it's not working out. Never has. I don't think it ever will.
Oh yeah, especially because Denver's still on 3 hatcheries. He denied the 4th, but 3 base versus 3 base, that always favors the Protoss.
Oh yeah. Especially when GunGFuBanDa is so heavily droned up.
Yeah, definitely. He's got 70 workers. Jesus Christ.
He can't even fit all those workers on 3 bases.
He can't even fit. Meanwhile, Denver, he's going to try and go for a run by try and keep the main army of GunGFuBanDa busy as best he can. Meanwhile, GunGFuBanDa, he's just, teching up. He's got disruptors on the way. He's got a wall.
He's got a wall of gates plus a cannon behind it. Does have an Artosis pylon. I wouldn't mind seeing him going with the Corruptors there and just pile it down.
I feel like we need to send this replay to Milky Cow. It's like, this is how you make a wall. God damn.
Yeah. But then Milky Cow's just going to overwall.
Yeah.
Oh, pull back with the Lings. Should have committed with the Lings at least, but very hard to micro all this at once.
Definitely. Regardless, that was honestly a nice split, being able to avoid that disruptor in Denver, finally looking to expand and take his own 4th.
But this choke point, I don't know why he's so stubborn. I mean, even with all the links in the world, you can't really beat this many Stalkers. Now with Blink and Shield Batteries and Disruptors and an Immortal.
Yeah, and now the aggressive Blink forward as well.
He was kind of weird with that Disruptor shot, but either way, he's going to win this game.
Yeah, every single Ravager is going to go down. Only one remaining. Again, Denver was being so aggressive. Like, as soon as you lose your Lings, you need to back off. You can't keep committing into a Protoss army like that.
Yeah, and now the counterattack's going to come out, and there's really not a lot to defend here. And even if it is defended, GunGFuBanDa is sitting on such a good economy, even getting himself a 4th base. As Denver is probably going to lose his 4th.
Yeah, I love how GunGFuBanDa splits up his army. He's keeping, you know, some of these units here at home to try and defend. Meanwhile, he went across the map with his Stalkers. He is forced back because of the Ling run by. And, Denver, you know, he may be able to hold on to his 4th. Hey, Denver has not made workers.
Yeah, he brought the whole gang back home to defend this and secure this 4th base, GunGFuBanDa that is. And it's given Denver some time to do what, though? I don't know. Like you said, he's not making workers, so you're down in workers. You can't really create a force big enough to defeat your opponent ever.
Yeah, he's trying. He's just continuing to make more and more Lings. Like Denver, he's going for, what is this, round 5, maybe? Like, I'm trying to make this attack work. To be fair, maybe he can if he gets a wraparound and maybe, like, biles the entire army.
He's on round give up, mate.
he's going for it.
Oh, he did kind of blink into the Lings. The Lings are going to get a good round. This is probably the best engagement Denver could have asked for, but I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh my god, the massive Warping of Zealous is going to clean everything up. The biles are okay, but now there's just so much Protoss here. All the Lings go down.
GG.
And GunGFuBanDa, with some solid defense, takes game number 1.
Yeah, rip to my guy, but you know, after losing the champ, maybe he's been fully tilted for the day.
It's possible.
Permatilt.
And again, like GunGFuBanDa, he's a solid player. Like he is like, you know, up there
solid
when it comes to
as a rock.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's rough
solid
just because
as a rock on stim.
On stim?
On stim.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
I'm just picturing you have a rock.
I picture a rock shaking.
I was about to say, like, I picture like a solid rock, and then you have like a needle, and you're like trying to stab it and like inject it with stim, and it's like, what are you doing?
I picture it gets the stem and it makes the sound, and then the rock just kind of like shakes in place and starts to vibrate rapidly.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually move anywhere.
Oh god.
That should be a weapon. Like the Marines should be able to just stim to end other things. Like, you know, if like a Ling's jumping on you, just hit it with the stim.
They have stim as a melee weapon where they just jump on.
Yeah. Like if a Ling's eating me, I'm just gonna stim it so it can finish the job. Like, eat me faster. Maybe Ling like, or maybe Lings are allergic to stim.
Oh yeah.
Now, would Marines be allergic to Overlord milk? What type of allergy would Protoss have? Water?
Water? Sure.
Protoss would be allergic to Overlord milk.
There we go.
Terran would be allergic to, I don't know.
I feel like it would make sense if
Binding acid.
I think it makes sense if Terran were allergic to creep, because that's why like they're always like in their suits, in their spacesuits, right? Like they have to stop it.
Yeah, they got to be in the spacesuits. The creep is toxic. But I want something you can throw at them. Can you pick up some creep and throw like a snowball?
A snowball?
Like a snowball of creep? Beginning to look like a creepy Christmas. A black Christmas. Black ice, that's creep. I don't know. We'll see what comes out of here. What the creep does, I don't know. It doesn't matter, because this guy in the bottom left-hand corner, he is quite the opponent. He does take out plenty of Zergs. He is a Protoss. He is in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE. He is also known as one of the best Protosses coming out of the region. He's from Germany. He is the one, the only GunGFuBanDa. His name is spelled so weird.
It is.
Really, GunGFuBanDa.
I find it difficult to like say quickly when things are happening.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't like flow off the tongue. Well.
I could say it quickly, but reading it confuses me because of all the capitals and uncapitals.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the French Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Koka's team. He's currently down 0-1 in this best of 3. Can he bring it back? This is potentially his life on the line. It is Denver.
Yeah, if the horns ever break, I'll take over. I'll be the live horns.
Oh god, please don't.
Now I had this crazy idea, Light, and I think we should get like some sort of pool going, amount of donations, and we do it. But I think for the show match right after Christmas, you need to have your cam on and a duck costume.
A duck costume. A duck onesie.
A duck onesie costume.
I mean, Crank has a duck onesie, so they exist. They're out there. They look pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen it. They exist. They look pretty fun.
Honestly, that's the dream. I think that's
that's the dream.
Yeah.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
That would be my ideal casting setup. Is I have a onesie, a duck onesie. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Somebody get Light a duck onesie.
Oh god. And
apparently lings are allergic to lemon juice.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Apparently.
Is that a part of the wiki? Are you what?
I'm looking into it. No confirmation quite yet.
Oh my god, this is a giant wall of text here. I'm not gonna sift through this.
Yeah, no. Too much to sift through. We do have the Stargate production coming up first, and one of those creepy things.
We do have the Stargate on the way coming out here from GunGFuBanDa, so looking to be a little bit more aggressive compared to game number 1. And we'll see how Denver is going to be able to respond to this. We'll see if Denver once again plays this out aggressively or decides to go for a more macro game now that he's on match point.
Yeah. And with that, let's see what it's really on Denver this time. That gateway is so weird.
The positioning, the way.
Yeah,
it looks.
the positioning.
Yeah.
No, the positioning.
I thought you were like, yo, it's just weird. It's just weird.
It's weird. What's up with that guy? He's just acting weird. He's just in the corner, sitting there, being quiet.
Yeah.
He's got his hands in his pocket. I don't know what's in his pockets. He's making me all types of nervous.
Oh my god.
Fidgeting.
Oh
I
my
don't like when
god.
people fidget. Oh god, that's a lot of lings. But he got the depths.
Yeah, he gets the adapts, not before losing 4 drones. And meanwhile, we do have the first Oracle going to be diving in. Oh, the Spore's not ready.
Ooh, he's going to get 6 workers have gone down. That's not good.
Oof. Yeah, not good at all, especially since a second Oracle is on the way as well.
Yeah, definitely. That's second Oracle's not going to fare too well here. Wait, was this all off of one Oracle?
Yeah, that was one Oracle. The second one just finished up. The third.
This is the power when you put your Stargate 10 feet up to the north.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It matters. It gets there, like, what, 2 seconds faster, maybe? 1 second?
Maybe. Half a second, maybe? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need an explanation. I'm not gonna read any of that stuff.
Don't even try. I went all the way down to trivia, and it wasn't in trivia, so I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, I was just like slowly scrolling through and trying to see if I saw the word lemon or lime and did not. But feel free to explain in the chat. Duck onesie cash pool.
We'll make it happen. Oh god. Meanwhile, Denver, he is taking all of his gases, slowly working on his lair and throwing down a roach horn.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if he spams the roach key, but he doesn't have that much gas or minerals saved up. He'd probably get a couple roach. He's going for mass ling now, which I guess is not a good call because there's three oracles. It seems to be the standard issue from the European pro tosses here.
Ooh, does lose 1 Oracle, though. At the same time, there are a couple of adepts shading into the third base. There are lings, though, so he will be able to deal with them.
GunGFuBanDa is no Hearthstone here, though. Hearthstone kept his oracles alive forever.
It's true. He did already. GunGFuBanDa slipping up a little bit, losing 1 of them. Meanwhile, we have all those lings. I mean, barely any now because a lot of them were used on those depths. Looking to maybe try and apply some pressure at the third, but there is a Zealot. There are force fields.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think, and obviously this is going back to something that has nothing to do with this matchup, But Cham defeating all those players and beating Denver and stuff like that, it kind of shows that he's pretty high up there in the overall world ranking. Like, you know, he's obviously not at the peak, higher than all the players and, you know, Sarah and all them, but he's really bringing it to a bunch of the top Europeans. He might be like top 20 in the world, top 25.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where very often we don't get to see them play against each other, which is why it's a treat when they do face in the qualifiers and we get a better idea of like, all right, where does Cham, like, where does he, and even Kellerzer, where do they place against some of these other European players? We don't get to see them in like main events facing off against each other.
Yeah, and Cham does pretty good.
Yeah, especially because obviously when it comes to DreamHack, like there's only one seed, so it's typically special who gets to go up against the Europeans because of that, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so apparently there is a small section in it that says, oh my god, more kills, man. He doesn't even try and defend this.
Hey, you didn't even see it, mate. We got Swarm Host on the way coming up from Denver, and we have
geez, an Anitis?
Yeah, an Anitis as well.
I don't know if that's enough here, though.
We'll see. I mean, what's going for him is that GunGFuBanDa has not scouted the Infestation Pit. He hasn't scouted the Nidus. He didn't see... Okay, he does. Okay, he does see the Swarm Host for a second. I don't know if you noticed, though.
Yeah, he definitely noticed.
Did he?
We see a Phoenix coming out, which is now going to try and stop the Nidus vision. Yeah, see, he has it queued up to that Overlord.
Is he going to deny the Nidus, though? Because, again, a Changeling can be thrown down. We do have GunGFuBanDa across the map with his main army. Oh, he's actually... Okay, never mind. I thought he was going to turn back around.
Nah, he's going to cause some counter damage. Maybe force out a Locust Wave?
That's the ideal scenario.
These oracles are pretty huge. They can really change the tides of a fight.
Yeah, we've seen Hearthstone use Stasis Wards immaculately against the Zerg players.
Even opened the Warp Prism, but isn't warping in because he knows his waves. Wow, he's going to lose all this for free?
Oh my god, loses all of the sentries.
Did he not know that was coming?
Yeah, I guess he was kind of looking away.
He did. He got the Templar Archive, so he must have just looked away, but he definitely knows the Swarm Hosts were coming.
Yeah, and he was able to force that wave out. Meanwhile, he did save all his immortals. He's going to be looking to try and harass with them, but oh boy, the Nidus is coming down.
The Nidus has gone down. Oracles are nice. You're picking off the Ravagers. That's a high gas unit, but with this many roaches, these Zealots aren't going to do too much here.
Yep, and there we go. The Nidus has complete. The Swarm Hosts are coming out. They're going to be looking, and there's just no vision for GunGFuBanDa. He doesn't know.
I wish this worked for Cham.
The problem is Cham doesn't go for Niduses, so...
Yeah, well, that's the problem there. But apparently Lings are allergic to lime. You think there's lime in Stim?
It's possible. It's possible. Why not make like lime-flavored Stim?
Yeah, right. Lime Stim. Stim lime. But at the same time, counterattack going over here with the Warp Prism. Warp Prism's getting microed. It will stay alive. He's going to warp it. Oh my god, he's got to cancel the warp in. This is not going to be good. Okay, so he gets out with a few units. Another Nidus Worm goes down. It does get scout. Actually, he's spotting that one down there. The top one gets spotted, but there's only a few Zealots here to stop. He even puts Roaches in there to come defend and drops down a second Nidus to make sure he gets his units out of there. It's actually now going pretty good for Denver.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, he's actually getting damage done with these Locust Waves. They're going in, they're killing a couple of Archons over to the right-hand side. Now they're just diving into the main, looking to focus down that Nexus.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be huge. He's even going to go and cancel +2.
Oh god.
Oh, that's huge. Blink? No Blink. Blink's still going to finish, but at what cost? At the cost of +2 and your main Nexus.
Exactly. GunGFuBanDa, he's just being torn apart. You can see Denver is up almost double the supply of GunGFuBanDa. And like at this point, like our Protoss player, he has to just do something, go across the map, try to end the game, try and deal some kind of damage. If he's just stuck defending, like it's just going to be worse and worse.
Yeah, I don't really see a defense here for GunGFuBanDa as he's just been slowly falling apart. The workers are now in favor of Denver.
Oh yeah, the workers, the bases, especially after losing that Nexus as well. Meanwhile, we do have a couple of Zealot run-bys, but again, this time Denver is on top of all of them.
Yeah, and the Nidus Swarm Host is starting to compound.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gotta get him out of there.
Yeah, gotta get him out. Another Nidus gets thrown down the road. Ravagers in the third base. The main army of GunGFuBanDa is split up.
Yeah, he might get sandwiched here, but he's still. Oh my god, all the immortals are stuck. Nidus goes down. Yeah, it's rough. He recalled a thick boy.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. More swarm hosts are coming out. The immortals are still stuck in the middle line. Finally, they break free.
And there's really Storm never came into play here. That's it right there, man. That Locust on top of your main army. They're just trying to Warp Prism Micro out of it. GunGFuBanDa at 100, Denver at 180. The soup doesn't lie, more than triple the army supply here for Denver. And with that, I think we're going to go into game numero 3, Light.
Exactly, we're going to be heading into that ace match because Denver, he's finally gotten into the swing of things, finally going to be able to take a map off of GunGFuBanDa. And yeah, again, I would have to imagine just the swarm hosts, they weren't scattered until he had pushed out across the map. He wasn't really aware of it, got taken out, and yeah, every single Locust wave has just gotten so much damage.
Yeah, oh my god, the surround. Oh, rough. Yeah, that's fun to watch. Very satisfying.
Oh yeah, just the stutter step micro with the roaches, with the ravagers, everything goes down. This is all the GunGFuBanDa has left.
He just left. Oh, DT. A couple of DTs made him bring back his entire army.
He's actually bringing back the army. Denver, please.
He's got 3 overseers right there in between none of his bases.
Yep, he just morphed them in, to deal with the DTs. In the end, he will. And I mean,
goes around and throws the bile. Okay, GT. Game number 2. That's the power of free units, folks. If you can get them out.
If you can get them out. If you can get that damage done. And Denver
just needed to play like Hearthstone.
He did. Just hashtag play like Hearthstone.
Hashtag play like Hearthstone. I'm interested to see how this turns out, man. Who's gonna face Cham in the finals? Cham's just probably chilling, ready and waiting.
He's gonna be chilling for a while.
Quite some time.
As we refresh the bracket to see if there's been any
upper
updates.
Brackets going on. Goblin lost 2-0 to Future, so now it's Future versus Max Pax, which sounds kind of fun. Hellraiser versus Gerald is going on. I predict Hellraiser in that one. And nice, still waiting the winner of Denver and GunGFuBanDa, and Kelzer and Forrestalling. I don't know who that is, honestly. But they're going to go at it to face Petite Drogo, then into Mana, and then into another match, and then into the final match. So we still got plenty of games to watch here.
Oh, yeah. Again, like the lower bracket was moving a little bit slower, so there's still plenty of matches to go through, especially when we have longer series, longer games like that. And we'll see who's going to be the one to face Cham. Hopefully Cham is going to be able to take this break and, get some food, rest up, stretch. Hopefully he doesn't go to sleep.
Maybe watch his opponents play.
Yeah. Like
he shouldn't go to sleep. It's like 6:30 in Mexico right now.
I imagine there's a solid hour and a half into his match.
Yeah, at least. And I'm sure he'll be warming up. Cham's not one to stop playing StarCraft ever. But yeah, are you casting anything else today, Light?
I will be adminning Master Swan Open in the evening.
Okay, nice. Not too bad at all. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, playing for Cascade Esports in the bottom left-hand corner. It is none other than the Germany player coming to you from Germany. And he speaks German, and his name sounds pretty German. It is GunGFuBanDa.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the French player. He's French. He's on a French team. He is Zerg. He is Denver.
I didn't know that was a French team.
There you go. Learning facts here today.
Actually, I don't even know what team he's on.
So, mate, every time.
Oh yeah, that's right. I actually knew that. I just wanted to trigger you a little bit.
God damn. It's like, I knew that. I was just testing you. You know, I was just
testing you. Yeah, there you go. You failed, by the way. It was a test if you would be calm, and you lost your cool.
Oh my god.
Much like Denver would.
Oh wow, GunGFuBanDa on the ace match going for a Gateway Forge.
But that's the way to do it, man. He's been watching Max Packs.
Has Denver been watching Max Packs?
No.
He has no vision whatsoever. His Overlord is actually above his natural, even though that's not where his natural is. So he's actually not in position to scout for a cannon rush.
Always move the Overlord to the natural.
Oh god.
Too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Pylon's done. There's nothing here.
He has a chance to cancel, but the Overlord's not going past the hatchery, so it's not going to see this at all.
Yeah.
And the hatchery's going to finish. Oh.
Worst case.
Oh, Denver. We thought he was tilted before.
wait. Will he be able to spot it before the hatchery finishes so he can cancel? No.
No way.
Wow. Well, now he knows.
Yeah, now he knows. Starts up speed.
Oh god, he starts up speed. Is he okay? He's going to try and expand elsewhere, but the probe is hot on his tails, looking to try and deny that expansion.
Oh yeah, or cannon that expansion,
or just macro from here. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this little win. I'm just gonna macro up at home.
Yeah, I mean, not even gonna attempt to get a queen out of this base at all. So that's gonna put Denver behind in all aspects. No queen, less larva, 300 minerals gone, mining time, the time it took to build this is just so terrible.
Yep. Hatchery is gonna go down, and Denver is rushing across the map with all these links. He's actually making an extra wave of links as well, looking to try and bust through.
It looks like he's gonna try and just go all in, since he's not really getting too much value out of whatever just happened to him.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised. I thought GunGFuBanDa was making a shield battery. I saw it on the production tab. I think he may have canceled. Yeah, he canceled it. Oh god.
He was also making a stalker.
Yeah, he was, but he canceled that as well. Mate, GunGFuBanDa, like, he had this, but he's falling apart. He's being too greedy. Yeah.
He was being way too greedy. Well, he can pull the probes and still defend this, but it kind of does lessen the... Oh my god, and more lings are going to get in. This is making it not worth it anymore now. You're supposed to do that damage and just stay at home defended. He lost 6 probes instead. Now it's not worth it at all.
Yeah. GunGFuBanDa, again, he was just trying to cut corners, thinking he could get away with it, but no, he could not lose the 6 probes in the process.
A little bit of indecisiveness as well. Like, he went for a stalker, then he canceled it, then he made one. Just barely finishing the warp gate upgrade.
That he is. He has finished up his Stargate, but he has not picked his initial unit of choice. Meanwhile, Denver, he is just going for a 2-base lair timing. Mutas? Could be Mutas, could be Nidus. I don't think I'd like Nidus right here.
Nah. He doesn't have the economy for Nidus, I don't think.
Well, especially when you're forcing your opponent on 2 bases. Like, your opponent is defending right now, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I'm on 2 bases, I gotta hold this down. Especially he fully walled off. You know he's not coming out for a while.
Yeah.
Ooh, hallucinated Oracle. That's great.
Ooh, interesting. Especially because, like, we still don't have any kind of unit whatsoever coming out of the Stargate.
Yeah, I wonder how this plays out. This got really weird.
If this was
he still has to get rid of those cannons over there as well before he secures his 3rd base.
I was gonna say, if this was an actual Oracle, like, he could have maybe done some damage. Like, there is no Spore. To be fair, there is an actual Oracle in the way.
Yeah, he had 3 queens ready, though. And a very fast infestation pit. He's gonna do it again. I guess Swarm Host?
Yeah, that's why he's prioritized his gas. He's taking his gas at his natural and his main, all 4 of them. He's gonna try and go into Swarm Host again. GunGFuBanDa just quickly checking up his vision. He did see the infestation pit.
Now, they say go for an infestation pit in Swarm Host when you're on low eco, but I don't think they mean 2 base, 6-minute low eco.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold off against these, I guess there's 3 queens.
Yeah, there are 3 queens. There's a 2nd Void Ray on the way. I don't think Denver doesn't have any vision out on the map. He has to send his lings over.
The Oracle into the main. There's nothing there.
Oh god, there's no Spore.
Oh my god, everything's gonna go down here. He's got to retreat, lost mining time. And it's all on this one Nidus that's going to come out of Denver here. If this first Nidus doesn't cause some detrimental damage. Oh, and he spots it. He sees them all.
Yeah, he sees everything. The thing is that there are only 6 swarm hosts. There are three more on the way, so they're going to be 9 in total. They can potentially deal some damage. There we go. The Nidus is going to go down.
Yeah, but 3 swarm hosts, or a handful of swarm hosts, isn't that scary.
Oh,
we need like 6 or 7. Okay, bringing the queens too.
Yeah, more swarm
queens can't really mark too far though. It's more for just defense, I would assume.
Yeah, well, they have to, right? Especially because of the Void Ray. They have to make sure they're able to protect the swarm hosts.
All right, how is this going to turn out? Is he going to be able to get the base? He's going to have to shield battery overcharge. Oh, he's going to go for workers. Nice. Shield battery overcharge doesn't work on workers.
This is true.
I mean, it works, but not when you have 30 locusts in your base.
Wait, so this initial Nidus is going to be shut down. Oh, the creep tumor does finish, which is going to give him some vision, so he can throw down another Nidus there without the need of a unit.
Yeah, the only thing for vision here is an Oracle, and it's actually going back in for more kills. The Oracle gets out just barely alive, I think. Okay, actually has decent health on it. Is he going to tag?
Oh, God.
The army? What was that?
Oof.
You get the tag off right before dying, but that was ballsy there. Must have been a misclick.
Yeah, I mean, one another Nidus is going down in the center of the map. There's still a lot of Stalkers here. Blink is on the way, but more and more Swarmers are coming out. And so far, Denver, like, he's kept all of his Swarmers alive. So this is going to be, you know, getting larger and larger in terms of the Locust Waves.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting position for the Locust Wave. Are they even going to make it into the main? Is he just going to try and take out the wall at the front? I think that's his plan here. Take out the tech here.
Oh, maybe even deny the upgrade, but... No, he's just going over. Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. No shield battery overcharge this time, but does not get the base. Gets it pretty low though.
Oh, it does get it pretty low. Meanwhile, the Nidus was taken out. Right now, there's no active Nidus, and G gets called.
Wow, no way. I feel like he could have stayed in there a little bit.
Ooh, he could have. Like, there were 4 more swarm hosts on the way as well, and like, it's not like they had died or anything. But in the end, he says, "You know what? I can't do this. I'm done. Cham tilted me earlier. That's it."
Yeah, that was a full tilt rage quit. And that is it. Another one bites the dust. Another non-American kicked out of the North American tournament. I love to see it.
It's because there are no more Americans left, Yoda.
There's Cham. There's Cham.
There's Cham. Cham is
Future's still here.
Okay.
Or did he just lose?
No, I think Future's still here. I think he's still here.
Let me check real quick.
I think he's
okay.
mid-series.
Yeah, Future's playing Max Pack, so.
Yeah.
So rip to Future, but he is still here for now. Should we hop into this game or?
Nah, mates. We got another one lined up for us. They're in game 2, but we're going to be getting into a fresh series, a PvP.
Oh my god.
GunGFuBanDa versus Nice.
Noise.